everyone, this is Mitch from the SportsChatPlace.com here with another NFL video pick. In this one, the Green Bay Packers are hosting the Detroit Lions. A pretty interesting matchup here in the the NFC North Division. Something else that's interesting is going on. This is our free picking contest. I know if you've seen my videos or read any of our free picks over at SportsChatPlace.com, and I know you've heard me talk about it. If you haven't entered, now is the time because I'll tell you what, I've gotten some emails, comments from people that maybe they don't want to hear about the contest so much anymore, and maybe I should just have a standing video about the contest. But you know what? I don't ask for a heck of a lot, and I really, I feel that I give everybody, exactly the information that they're looking for. I'm readily available by email. I host live chats constantly throughout the week, whenever there's any games on or anything of interest. I also have a forum, and none of this stuff costs anyone a dime, and neither does the free picking contest. All I would like is, I think it would be nice if we had a free picking contest where we had multiple levels of prizes. And in order to have multiple levels of prizes, we need multiple levels of people. So, we're just looking to get a good amount of people so I can go back to the sponsor and say, hey, we should get a second place prize and a third place prize. If I go back there with, 100 or so people, then they're going to say, well, we really don't have enough people in there. But if we have a few hundred, which is certainly possible with the amount of people that are visiting the site every day, then, by all means, of course, they're going to say yes. They're going to be very accommodating because they're having a good time with the contest as well. But in any event, if you haven't got in the contest, just humor me and sign up and participate. You know what? You might end up winning some money, and it's not going to cost you a dime. In any event, let's get back to this football game. And, the Green Bay Packers hosting the Detroit Lions. Monster spread in this thing. 13.5 points that the Packers are laying. Packers coming off of the bye week. Detroit coming off of a nice little cover against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers got out to a nice big lead, and as the Steelers have been this season, kind of melted a little bit in the fourth quarter. Allowed the Lions to get a mild comeback. Of course, not enough to get the win, but they got the backdoor cover, covering, on the meaningless touchdown. So, the Lions, I think, are an improving team. They certainly look a lot better. It's all those years of drafting high, not just, the first-round draft picks, but in all the rounds, they get a nice high draft pick. So, they've been accumulating players. So even if, you just get a handful of guys that hit, that's all it's going to take because, their second-round draft choice is equal to the first-round draft choice. Some other teams, their third is equal to a second. When you're just drafting that high year after year after year. So, the quality of talent on that team has picked up, considerably. The problem with the Lions is, though, they just don't have the depth, and they've been getting just nailed with injuries all season long. When we look at the Green Bay Packers, I felt the Packers are overrated this season. I don't think they're, a spectacular, do-it-all kind of team. I don't think they're a playoff contender. I think they're a solid team, but I think they're more of a middle-of-the-pack team. They have some good weapons in Driver. Aaron Rodgers seems to know what's going on. They looked fantastic in preseason, but once the regular season started, they've been pretty solidly mediocre. They've gotten some wins, they've gotten some covers, and they've taken a couple losses as well. But what happens in this game? I think the Packers just have too big of an edge here. They're at home. They're one of those teams that's just tremendous off of the bye. They play a physical style of game, so a week off is only going to help them, especially having the whole summer. The Lions were the team that really needed the bye. I think they're tired. I think they're sore. I think that they are just banged up and they need help. I think they're in big trouble since they haven't covered on the road yet all season. Even though they certainly have been a lot more competitive than what we saw out of them last year. I look for the Packers to cover in this thing, winning by at least 2 touchdowns. This is Mitch from SportsChatPlace.com. Thanks for joining me. Be sure to enter our free picking contest, and be sure to check out all of our sports picks write-ups in action at SportsChatPlace.com, where we pick every single NFL and college football game, along with just about every other sport in every game. So, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.